How strong are chemical bonds? This question occurs on many different tests, so you might want to remember which is the strongest one and which one is the weakest. Especially for you, we'll make an abstract comparison to calories so that you'll never have to learn it again. Just watch and have fun! To start our comparison, we should at first explain basic units for this purpose. Joule. This is the work done on an object when a force of 1 Newton acts on that particular object through 1 meter.
Run, Forrest, run!
Mole can be defined as amount of substance in which there is as many elementary entities as in 12 grams of pure carbon C12. 1 kilogram, 1000 grams. 1 calorie, this is something hard to burn.
When a fire starts to burn, right, and it starts to spread.
Yeah, but really 1 calorie, this is the amount of energy that is necessary to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water for 1 Celsius degree at the pressure of 1 atmosphere. So calorie is today rather historical unit because now when we're talking about calories, we are thinking about kilocalories, which are just calories counted into 1000 grams.
Yay!
Remember that 1 calorie is 4184 joules. So, now we have learned about all units necessary to compare strength of chemical bonds. So let's start talking about the strongest type, ionic bond. Ionic bond is the strongest of chemical bonds. Its strength can vary between 300 and 1500 kilojoules per mole. Counted into kilocalories per mole, it is about 71 to 358 kilocalories per mole. It can be found in everyday life of every one of us, like for example here. Do not be fooled, the same crystals can be used to flavor your meals. NaCl, salt. So ionic bond as the strongest one is also very popular. You cannot avoid salt, the silent killer. Yep, but how to remember that ionic bond is the strongest one? Ion, lion. Lion may not be the biggest of animals, but is definitely defined as the strongest one because of its inner strength. Now, so we've got ion, we've got lion, and now I'll show you the connection between calories and strength of this ionic bond. 1 lion bar has about 203 kilocalories, which means that strength of ionic bond ranges from about 1/3 to 1.76 of this lion chocolate bar. Covalent bond. Weaker than ionic is covalent bond, which strength varies from 100 to 1000 kilojoules per mole. It can be also found in jewelry, however in the real one.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Diamond is the strongest mineral that occurs on Earth, and its strength is the property that is the result of the fact that covalent bonds are present between carbon atoms in the diamond structure. So, as you also know, diamond is nothing more than an allotrope of carbon. As I mentioned before, strength of covalent bonds is between 100 and 1000 kilojoules per mole, which is approximately equivalent to 24 and 240 kilocalories per mole. What else can you draw from covalent bonds? Ale.
Yay!
Covalent bond contains ale, which was the most popular drink in Game of Thrones. On the example of double diamond ale, we can see how strong covalent bond really is.
Yay!
1 big ale, half of a liter, has about 170 kilocalories, so you could easily say that strength of covalent bonding is set between a glass of a liquor, 70 milliliters, which is 1 solid sip, to 700 milliliters of beer.
Well, we've already scored chocolate bars and ale in a diamond glass, so let's have a look of something that is weaker than ionic and covalent bonding. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you metallic bond, which strength varies from 40 to 800 kilojoules per mole. Strength of 40 kilojoules per mole is about 9.6 kilocalories, and 800 kilojoules per mole is about 191.2 kilocalories per mole. Waiting for a lake connection? Here you are. 191.2 kilocalories is approximately equal to one portion of McFlurry ice cream Kit Kat with strawberry sauce. So we can assume that strength of metallic bonds is between one lick of this dessert to the whole portion.
Yay!
Coordinative bond. Coordinative bond is weaker than ionic, covalent and metallic bonding, and its strength is about 100 kilojoules per mole. Puzzle for you. Do you know what it feels like?
Do you know what it feels like?
Excusez-moi. Do you know how to make sentence of one word, coordinative?
Coordinative. Ta-da!
Yep, I know it is somehow fetched, but corresponding to what we know, coordinative. This is a fact hidden by this crafty chemical coordinative bond. But counting in the calories, how much of Eve could coordine eat?
Assuming that 1 kilogram of fat is about 8,000 kilocalories, average Eve weighs 50 kilograms, so it is about 400,000 kilocalories.
Thank you, Fairy. So, coordinative bond strength is about 100 kilojoules per mole, which counted in the calories is about 24 kilocalories per mole. So, we can assume that coordinative in the size of at most a little finger.
Feel it in my finger.
I meant a little toe.
I feel it in my toe.
Hydrogen bond. We're going lower and lower, and strength of about 10 to 25 kilojoules per mole after calculation into calories is about 2.4 to 6 kilocalories per mole. This is how strong is hydrogen bonding, and since hydrogen is the main component of water, and since water has absolutely no calories, we can easily compare hydrogen bond strength to lettuce. Yeah, I mean it. Lettuce at least has some calories. One leaf of iceberg lettuce has exactly 6 kilocalories. And now, ladies and gentlemen, last but not the least, van der Waals interactions. Seriously, 1 kilojoule per mole is about 1/4 of calorie, and you cannot even make up any food that contains this much of calories. So let's solve it in a different way. Van der Waals. He's got W in his surname, and it can be easily associated with W in the word weak.
Yay!
But don't be fooled. It can be the weakest of chemical bonds, but strong enough to hold a gecko on a glass.
When a lion from a jungle wants to eat his chocolate bar, please be sure that after eating he'll drink ale from diamond jar. On the other leak, my dear, if you really have to know, Eve was eaten by Coordine. That's what little finger saw. When you think of something lighter, iceberg lettuce would be nice. Even Gecko van der Waals named will unstick for it from glass. Well, this is all for today. We'll hope to see you soon.